Welcome, it's Down Home with Tina show. I am on location at Outerbelt Brewery, and I was at Pups on the patio for the Fairfield Area Humane Society, Outerbelt Brewery, as well as the Landis Hometown Team Realty. They are hosting the event together, but just having a lot of fun, and didn't get to air it, of course, until now, so I hope that you'll watch it just to see what Outerbelt Brewery is about, what the real estate team is all about, and also the community involvement that they are for both. And I've got Robert Landis and Kendra Landis and Dom, who is the head brewer at Outerbelt Brewery. And it's just really great getting the opportunity, folks, to just get out into the community and get to know folks myself and get to share the wonderful things that they've got going on. So if you will just stick around, you'll get to see a whole lot of neat and fun things that we have happening here in our community. As always, a lot of fun. I'll be back in just a minute. You're watching Down Home with Tina.
Being a first-time parent is very nerve-wracking going into the hospital. You don't really know what to expect. The nurses, the staff, the doctors, everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease. They answered any questions we asked. They supported us through the whole delivery, the post-delivery, our stay in the hospital. We felt like we were part of their family. I wouldn't have put myself or my daughter in anybody else's hands. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Dagger Law has been part of the Lancaster community for more than 110 years. This is where we live and work. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and all around town. We consider our clients as friends, and we walk alongside you through challenging times. Whether you're a growing business, a changing family, facing litigation, planning your future, or dealing with land issues, we're right here. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced. Dagger Law.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I am on location at Outerbelt Brewery. I have got Kendra Landis with me. Her husband is owner of the brewery here. We're going to talk to the brewmaster in just a little bit. No, he's not the brewmaster, but I'm sure he's a master of other things. He's a master of owning the business. No, anyways, but Kendra, you are with Landis Hometown Team, Realty, and you guys are putting on an event called Pups on the Patio.
Yep.
So, tell me, why did you decide to do something like this for the community?
Yeah, so this is our first time doing it, but we thought it would be something, to bring the community out and help get some dogs adopted that need a new home here in Fairfield County. And hopefully we'll have a good turnout here and lots of people out on this beautiful day to drink some beer and adopt some dogs.
What are some of the things that you guys do for the community other than this? Do you do other things? And what is it that you're going to have, or had for the day? And will you continue to do that or do this?
I think hopefully Corey enjoys the event and will have us back and get us, to be able to help out in other ways. But one of the big things with my team, we mostly live in this area. I'm from Baltimore. I've lived there my whole life, so we do a lot in that community especially, and try to think of some creative ways. So we also have an adult softball league that is co-ed out at Alt Park that raises money for the Baltimore Youth Baseball Association. So we do that during the summertime, and different events with our local schools and things like that. So we try to think of some different ways to get the community together and be able to support and give back to the different communities that support our business and real estate.
Absolutely. For folks who want to follow you and try to stay up onto these new things that you're doing for the community, how can they do that, Kendra?
Yeah, we have a website, Facebook, Instagram. All of those are going to be Landis Hometown Team, so it's pretty easy to find us. Obviously I'm Kendra Landis, so that's where the name comes from. But yeah, we're with Key Realty just here in Lancaster.
Okay, all right. So if anybody has an idea and they think that it might fit you for the community, are you always open for new things?
Absolutely, yes. If you have any ideas, feel free to share them, and if any way possible, we will definitely be happy to bring it to life if we can, or at least partner with somebody else who can make it happen.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me and for what you're doing for the community as well. So folks, stay up to date on what they're doing. Again, on location, airing this on a little later of a date, but you can always adopt, I know, at fairhumane.org if you want to find out more about that. And follow the team. They will do something fun for the community, I'm sure.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having us. We have enjoyed you being here today.
Absolutely. Yes, it's always fun getting out, seeing people. I love people. Thank you. It's Down Home with Tina. I am on location at Outerbelt Brewery, and I'm with the brewmaster himself here, and his name is Dom. Tell me, if you will, why did you decide to get into brewing? Because there's a microbrewery here.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that?
It's about eight or 9 years ago. Me and my dad kept wanting to homebrew. Just never got it off the ground, so I was making cabinets and countertops at the time, and just wanted to mix it up. So I got my foot in the door at a brewery up in Columbus, on the west side of Columbus. Started there working for free, actually. Worked my way up to the head brewer position. And I'm a local resident of Fairfield County, so when I heard this one was opening, I kind of followed down here and helped open this one. And I came on just as the brewer, and now I am the head brewer.
Okay, so did you meddle in the kits back then in the day? And I don't even know if they have the kits
didn't.
now.
I never officially homebrewed. No.
Like you never did do any of that, yeah? Because I don't know. It's just it's like a process.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I mean, so explain to folks, if you would please, the science. Isn't it like it's a science, like right behind it, or what? How does it work?
I tell people all the time that. My two worst subjects in school was math and science.
Math and science, and here you are.
I use it every day now. So it's all applied, right?
Right.
But yeah, there's definitely science to it. You take malted grain and you mash it, you mix it with hot water, and you convert starches to sugars. You then pull that liquid off the grain and you boil it to sanitize it. That's when you add in the hops.
Okay.
And then you cool it down pretty quickly, send it to the fermenter. That's when you introduce the yeast, and the yeast produces alcohol and CO2.
What is the biggest difference between domestic, isn't it called the domestic beers, compared to the microbrews that you do?
Yeah, domestic beers like Bud Light, they're mass produced. They use a lot of different adjuncts that we don't use.
Okay.
They use a lot of rice. But yeah, it's a very different process, actually.
So what different ones do you have here at the brewery?
We like to have a good variety of beer here. Everything here is our own. We have 16 taps. So
16. Okay.
We typically keep all of those full.
Okay.
Yeah, we rotate through lagers, hazy IPAs, West Coast IPAs. We got fruited sour beer. We got some stouts.
Do you have a popular one that most folks usually come in
and
get,
or
is it all the way across the board?
We got two core beers that sell really well here and outside. It's our Glasstown Lager and our Gravel Donuts Hazy IPA.
Can you only get your brews here, or can you get the beers elsewhere?
We have a distributor, and we recently went statewide, yeah.
Oh my goodness, congratulations.
Thank you.
And talk about Outerbelt Brewery. How long have they had the brewery? How long has it been here? When did they open the doors?
Yeah, June of 2019 is when we opened, so we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary. Okay. And we've had, we started self-distributing. That was a bit of a hassle, so we signed with the distributor to help us sell our beer.
Okay. And Robert Landis is the owner.
Correct.
Yes. And do you know the history of why he decided to have this? Because I know he does other businesses as well.
Yeah, he has a lot of other businesses. The name kind of comes from that, Outerbelt. Our parent company is their trucking company, so we're a road-themed brewery.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he definitely saw a hole in the market down here for a kind of casual space to enjoy yourself. And we are. You can kind of roam around here, have a beer. We got a kitchen now. Kitchen's fairly new as well.
Yes.
It's about 9 months old, and it's great. They're doing really well. We're already looking to expand it.
And do you all have events here? I know it's Pups on the Patio.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, we have a private event space, just on the side of the tap room there. But yeah, you can kind of rent out any space you want. We've even closed the tap room and rented out the whole brewery before for like weddings and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you foresee other events in the future for like Pups on the Patio?
Oh yeah, we're going to continue doing that.
Doing things like
for
that?
Sure.
Alrighty. What are your hours here at Outerbelt Brewery?
We're open through the week. We open at 3, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday we open at noon.
Okay. Do you have any bands or entertainment usually?
No, right now we're just doing music bingo, but we are working on getting live music here.
You are. So everybody needs to just keep an eye out for and
we'll
watch. Do you have
post about
Facebook
it. Yep.
and stuff? Yep.
Yeah, we got all the social media platforms.
Perfect. Alrighty, Dom. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Head brewer, Outerbelt
Cheers.
Brewery. Cheers. That's right. Cheers. I'll have my cheers in a minute.
Yeah.
It's down here with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our 2 locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Down Here with Tina, and welcome back, Kendra. I wanted to talk a little bit more about you and your real estate career and what that's been like and when you got started. So when did you decide to get into real estate and why?
So I got my real estate license back in 2014. I was really excited about helping first-time home buyers learn about different ways that they could purchase a home with 0 or little money down. I bought my first home when I was 20, so something that was exciting for me and something that I wanted to be able to share with other people and encourage them to, take that step and stop throwing away money by renting. I would say definitely the market over the past 8 years since I've been licensed has gone a little bit crazy. Things have done, off the charts of sale prices and what people are offering right now. So it's definitely changed, and from where I started to today, but we're still helping a lot of families. I typically close over 40 transactions a year and focus a lot here in Fairfield County and surrounding areas.
Kendra, how has it been with that and going out and some people just saying, hey, I want to pay this much, and then a loan is involved? How does that work with them? Because it's so competitive right now. I know it's hard to find houses.
Absolutely. It depends on, obviously, everyone's situation is different. And again, with working a lot with first-time home buyers, sometimes those appraisal gaps aren't an option. So unfortunately, in this market, we're doing a lot of things in creative ways to make our offers stand out besides just a purchase price or an appraisal gap. But we're definitely seeing a lot of that in this market. Of course, appraisal gaps, if a house appraises for less than the purchase price, people are bringing money out of pocket to cover that difference. And we're seeing people waive inspections or, waive repairs at least. All kinds of things.
What is your favorite thing about being a real estate agent?
I would say my favorite thing is just helping people, find a home they love. We always stress it's not about, we don't want to push you into a home. It's more about taking the time, finding a home that fits everything you're looking for, that you're going to be happy in for many years to come. So I think that, to me, helping first-time home buyers to families, no matter what the price range, we just really enjoy helping them take that next step.
And I love that you said that, because I think some people have a misconception of what real estate agents are out to do, and it's to help them to find what they want, not to push them, because we're not like a salesperson that is just wanting to sell something.
Right.
Correct.
Yep. And I have, I have a family myself, so I know that that's important, and even if it's your first home, everything makes a difference. And I've helped many people that purchase their first home, then sell, and were able to make some money to where they could get a bigger home for, their growing family. So that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. What is your contact information for that?
So if you're looking to get in touch with me, you can reach me, on Instagram, Facebook, any of those social media outlets. My handle is @Agent Kendra, or you can always call or text me at 740-974-3833.
Great, yay!
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me today.
Absolutely. I love having you and hearing it, and it's just great hearing those folks who love what they do. So that's great. Folks, it's Downhill with Tina. We are at Outerbelt Brewery, and I have got the man who owns the place, the establishment. It's not the only place that he is the owner of. Robert Landis, well, I have to tell you folks, I have known Robert since he was a kid, and I remember where I worked, and he would come in, and you had business ideas then. So it is to no surprise that you are successful and doing. Why did you decide a brewery? Why here? Because it's not what I mean, this is just within the last few years, right?
Yeah,
yes,
last few years. Obviously, I think you could say that business is in my blood.
Yes.
Some days I kind of beat my head against the wall on that, though. We were looking for an opportunity to offer something a little bit more casual, a little bit more laid back and friendly. Locally, we didn't see much of an option for that, so we really wanted to be able to provide that, and then come here and enjoy that ourselves. We come in most weekends. We're here, especially with 2 young kids. We can sit down, we can hunker down on a couch and just enjoy a few hours. A little bit more low key versus kind of being moved through the assembly line.
Yeah.
So.
And why here? Why this location? Because off 33.
Why this location? We were actually looking at another business opportunity. So, and we got we found this location. We fell in love with it, and
it's huge.
And we just had to have it. So we bought it. we bought it up, really not knowing what we were going to do with it. And the other business ended up going somewhere else, and we really thought, once again, back to that casualness, kind of being a little bit away from other things, kind of making it a destination so people do hang out a little bit longer and can relax and enjoy their time.
Yeah, why did you decide to offer food? Because that is new, which is awesome that you have that, because not all breweries do.
Yeah, food, I'm a foodie myself. I'd say I like food more than beer, which is kind of surprising, but I'm a foodie, so we couldn't go too long without having food personally. And then, because I am a foodie, quality was everything. And I mean, we, from top to bottom, we've been very adamant that quality will always be there, because that's what matters most to me and my family. So we're going to make sure that stays.
I know Dom had mentioned that you guys are like distributing your beer statewide. What's that like? To be able to be to that point, and did you see that happening? I'm not surprised, to be honest, but I mean, did you yourself expect that and want that?
It's exciting, and since you bring it up, I have to tell you this story. So my biggest kind of win, you could say, was like, I'll know Outerbelt has made it when I end up bumping into a random stranger that I don't know that has a shirt on. And that actually happened on Mother's Day.
Just this past Mother's Day.
Yep, just this past Mother's Day. I was standing in line, we were checking out, and I turned around, and here's this lady behind me just rocking an Outerbelt t-shirt, and I'm like, I got this biggest grin. I'm sure this lady was like, what is wrong with this?
He's a weirdo. Who's this weirdo?
Luckily, I had my wife and kids. I think that kind of helps a little. But yeah, she she's looking at me like, what is this guy's problem? And I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm the owner of Outerbelt, and like, you are unanimous #1. I got a picture with her. It was a fantastic time.
I was going to ask you if you did. That's cool.
It's super exciting. We got our beer at Clipper Stadium, so that was super exciting.
That's cool.
So we've been down to watch a couple ball games, and it's fun to be able to drink our beer there.
Do you have a say in what they're going to brew and any new things you have?
A little bit, but we trust our head brewer. Dom is fantastic. So I am not a brewer, so we really trust him, and the beer speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So we're in good hands there. Everybody's in good hands.
How much beer do you guys make and distribute on a regular basis? Is it weekly? I don't know.
Yeah,
Monthly
they pick up
basis.
weekly. Yep.
They do. And so are you guys running constantly and doing stuff and making it pretty much?
Yeah,
it is 24/7 then?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I'm excited to go see the process.
Yeah,
if we
we'll
can
have
get
to-
a look to, do you do
for sure.
tours or anything here?
We don't like schedule them, but
Okay.
obviously we'll do one for you.
Oh, thank you. Yay. Yay. Thank you.
But if you're around, you can always ask somebody. Most of the time, they'll let you dip into the brewery and check it out.
Do you guys have a website or anything where folks can get your attire? And because you mentioned a shirt that this lady had
So
on, or is it here?
right now it's just in the tap room here, but we are working on an online store where we can do drop shipping.
And what's next?
What's next? What's next?
Because you said your business mind. What's next?
What's next for the brewery?
Yes, I guess.
So this space here, which you guys can't see it, but I hope you guys come in and check it out.
Is
only
we'll
half
do some
the space.
B-roll. So we'll do some B-roll.
Okay.
So we'll talk
this is
about
only
it.
half the space. We still have double the space in the back.
That you're not using yet?
We use part of it for part of the production.
Okay.
So we really want to maybe expand that area to more of an event space, potentially concerts,
entertainment,
some kind of
things
entertainment.
like that.
So that's what's next for the brewery, hopefully.
So let's talk about your community involvement, because I know that Kendra had said to us when we were talking off camera that you are involved over in the Baltimore area. So what are some of the other things that you give back to and do for the community in Baltimore, Robert? So
right now we're working on a project where we're revitalizing the Baltimore Pool.
Okay, yes.
So me and my brother, we created a foundation for Baltimore. It's called the Be More Fund.
Davey?
Yeah.
I love Davey. Davey's a good guy.
Yeah. And so we both created that foundation, and we were looking for something to do with it. So we spoke to the administration, and they said that there was a need to offer more like creature comforts, is what I like to call it, at the Baltimore Pool. So obviously they take care of everything that's a necessity.
Yeah.
But and Kendra and I, we go there regularly, and right now there's no shade, there's nowhere to sit really. You have to bring your own stuff. And like I told Kendra, I said it's like, for me, I'm the pack mule. So like. Like
it's you, the two kids, and her, and you have it all.
Yeah, and I'm carrying all the chairs in, I'm carrying in the umbrellas, and it's like by the time I get everything set up, they're done swimming. It's time to go home.
That's funny.
So I met with the administration, and they were ecstatic for these plans we have. We're offering a pavilion. We're doing some umbrellas, lots of seating.
Because I don't think the Baltimore Pool has ever in its history had shade, has it?
Yeah.
Because I used to go there back in the day when I was a kid. Yeah.
So far we set a budget of $160,000, which for Baltimore is like $16 million.
It is. Yes, small community.
And we've successfully raised 122 of it so far.
Very cool.
It's super exciting. And so the last thing that we're really trying to push and raise money for is a splash pad, since I have two young, very toddler children.
That's a good, safe place for them.
The pool's honestly a little too big for them.
Yeah.
So the last thing we're trying to raise funds for is a splash pad.
And that's what the older kids like to be, is in the pool part too. Yeah. And they're like, oh, what's the little kids doing here? It completely makes sense. Yeah.
And we did add in, and this was by my own design, we added in under the overhang a little bit of an adult area with couches and some TVs, so that way, when you're there with the kids, you can relax too. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, because that's what lifeguards are for, is to be watching the kids in the pool. Yeah. So the kiddie pool, they still have a kiddie pool? No,
no kiddie pool. It's the splash pad that's going to take the place of the kiddie pool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That was another main reason for the splash pad.
How can folks follow that information to stay up on, or if they want to donate for that foundation?
So they can go to the Fairfield Foundation website, and they can donate in the name of the Be More Fund.
Okay.
That's the easiest way.
And then the memo down at the bottom. Yes, they put that what it's for, right? Perfect. Anything else that you guys are doing that you want to make sure to share with folks?
The only thing I would say is, support local, whether it's Outerbelt, whether it's somewhere else, or the Baltimore Pool. I mean,
Humane Society.
The Humane Society. It's that local support is what makes the world go round. So
absolutely, it makes it a better community for all of us.
Absolutely.
I think. Your contact information one more time for Outerbelt Brewery here, the hours and such. What do you say? 3 during the week, I think it is.
Yeah. So we're 3 to 9 during the week, and then Friday, Saturday we're noon to 10.
Perfect. All right.
And then Sunday we're noon to 8.
And then follow you guys on Facebook, find out what's happening next. Perfect. All righty. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Good job, Robert. It was good catching up.
You too.
Folks, I'll be right back. It's Down Home with Tina.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. I am on location at Outerbelt Brewery, and this here is the event room, and they've got several different murals, and this is one of them. It is their Nordic one. They have 3 hazy IPAs, and they are named after Nordic kings of the East, I guess, or something like that. But anyways, folks, I just wanted to mention, because Memorial Day is this weekend, and just a reminder as to what Memorial Day is. Memorial Day is to honor and in memory of all of our military who have fallen, the soldiers in and during service and during war times, as well as those who were not. I had an uncle who passed away. It's just been about a year ago. He was a patriarch to our family. My grandfather passed before I was even born, so he passed in, I think, late of 71. And so my uncle, who was my mom's brother-in-law, he was just one of those guys that everybody always looked up to. They never had any children, he and my aunt, so he was just another dad to so many. And so just keep those in mind. Also, our military, and keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. They, all of the conflicts and things that are going on in the world also, if you just pray about it. Also, if you can make it out to the Memorial Day parade, that'll be great. It's Monday morning on Memorial Day in downtown Lancaster. But I have a little poem that I did want to share with you. I really liked it when I first saw it. Those we have loved the dearest, the bravest and the best, are summoned from the battle to their eternal rest. There they endure the silence, here we endure the pain. He that bestows the valor, valor resumes again. O Master of all being, donor of day and night, of passion and of beauty, of sorrow and delight. Thou gavest them the full treasure of that heroic blend, the pride, the faith, the courage that holdeth to the end. Thou gavest us the knowledge wherein their memories stir. Master of life, we thank thee that they were what they were. Thank you so much for watching the Down Home with Tina show, and thanks to all of our sponsors for the show as well. Hope you have a safe week. God bless. Until we meet again, hugs and blessings. It's Down Home with Tina.